Welcome to my low carb kitchen. In this kitchen, I share all low carb, sugar-free recipes that make it keto and diabetic friendly for all of you out there who possibly have been diagnosed pre-diabetes. Because that was me. 6 years ago, I was diagnosed pre-diabetic, and I was told if I didn't do something, I was going to become a type 1 diabetic. So I changed my eating and I eliminated sugar and I went completely low carb, sugar free. And I reversed the signs of pre-diabetes in only 3 months by my food and how I ate. So this is what I do. I share all my recipes with you. I've been on Instagram and I've been on TikTok for the past 6 years, and I am new to YouTube. So make sure that you check that notification bell so you can be notified every time I bring up a new video for you. Today we are doing a chicken and zucchini casserole, and I'm telling you, this is sometimes I just wing it in this kitchen, and if it works, I'm gonna post it and I'll share it with you. So that's exactly one of these recipes. I had an idea in my head of what I wanted to do, and I kind of winged it, and you guys are gonna go right alongside with me and you're gonna figure it out with me. So let's get started on that and find out how to feed a family of 2 or 3 with this zucchini chicken casserole. All right, let's get started.
So what initiated this recipe was I had this big bag from Costco of squash, and I needed to think of a recipe to do, and I kind of had an idea in my head of what I wanted. So that's basically what we're doing here, is you guys are just kind of coming alongside with me with an idea that I had in my head, and we're going to use some zucchini and tomato, and then I have a whole rotisserie chicken that I shredded. So in that glass container is the entire contents of one whole rotisserie chicken. So I'm taking 2 zucchini at the moment, and I'm going to start slicing them. And obviously you want to slice them even thicknesses because you want them to cook all evenly at the same time. You don't want some to be too thin and some to be too thick. So obviously, because of the different shapes of the zucchini, some are going to be thinner, smaller in size than others. But as long as they're the same consistency, I think that's going to be okay. And then we're just going to kind of go along, and we're going to also slice the tomatoes in the same thickness as well. I went ahead and sliced them the same thickness as a zucchini. And I ended up going through not just 1 tomato, but we went ahead and used 2 tomatoes in this recipe. So like I said before, we are just winging it, and I had an idea in my head. I'm not sure if this is even going to work out. So I got a deep dish pie plate, and I added a little bit of olive oil in there to make sure that it wouldn't stick. And then I just started layering. I went ahead and grabbed a few pieces of zucchini, and then my chicken, and I just kind of started stuffing it and layering it. I'm going to show you exactly how I did this so you can see for yourself. Like I said, I had never done this before, so I am just kind of figuring this all out as we go along, but I'm sharing it with you because it actually worked. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And you just kind of continue to slide in and layer your zucchini and layer your chicken. I was worried. I didn't know if I was going to need to season the zucchini in between before I layered it, but it worked out perfectly, and I didn't need to do that at all. And it had enough moisture with the zucchini because it retains a lot of water, and you're going to see it's got the oil on the bottom, and then I'm going to drizzle a little olive oil on the top, and that was really all you needed. So you just want to make sure that you've got even layers of your vegetables and even layers of your chicken in between, and then sporadically, you want to add in there your tomato. So the trick here is to make sure that it is nice and snug and that they're not loose. So you continue to add the chicken and the zucchini, and then we come to the end, and then at the end of that first loop, you just want to make sure it's really snug and that all the pieces are in there really nice and snug, and not they're not going to fall apart, they're not loose. Make sure you get that that red tomato in there for pretty color, and then you're going to start on the inside layer, and you're going to do the exact same thing in a little smaller circle, but you're going to just keep layering in a circle format. Shove that chicken in between and the zucchini, and as you can see, I'm starting to run out of zucchini. I ran out of the yellow zucchini already, so now I'm just using the green excuse me, the green zucchini. And we're just going to continue to layer it until it's nice and full on the inside of that circle. And you continue to stuff it. In any empty spaces, you add that chicken in between, and then tomato, zucchini, and that's it. So any empty space that you see, you just continue to add it, stuff in a zucchini or stuff in the chicken. And I think that's what I did, was I ended up adding more chicken, as much as chicken as I could, because I wanted everybody, whoever grabbed a spoonful, was going to be able to get some protein with their veggies at the same time. So that was pretty much it. And I think I had like 4 pieces of zucchini left, and I used about half of the rotisserie chicken, maybe a little bit more than half of the rotisserie chicken. And this can feed like 2 to 3 people. So it's nice and tight, and then you're going to drizzle some olive oil over the top of it. And then I sprinkled it with some salt and some pepper. I did some coarse salt and some black pepper over the top of it. And then meanwhile, you're going to want to have your oven preheating to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then right before we toss it in the oven, I sprinkled it with a little bit of fresh grated mozzarella cheese. And then we're going to toss it in the oven for 30 minutes. And look at that. It comes out beautiful. Nice and ooey and gooey and melted. It was perfect. The zucchini wasn't too soft. It wasn't too squishy.